All right, now we're live. Hello and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Blau. I'm also the founder of a local CPA firm that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs and with our tax planning systems that have helped save our clients millions of dollars, all legally. Like I say every week, I love my clients, but we don't wish to share a jail cell with them. So this week we're going to talk about designing your products and services, products or services, to maximize your profits. So first, this week's show is brought to you by comes from Profit Maximizing Publishing, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrunken margins, and evaporating customer base. Book's full of tons of ideas that you can use now to help you turn your business from red to black in 90 days or less. All right. Last week we talked about your customer. We talked about, you know, your competition. Actually, 2 weeks ago, the customer. Last week, the competition. Now your products. Your products and services should be designed so that they always make the maximum contribution to your bottom line. Some product, obviously, some products or services are more profitable than others, but knowing how to maximize your profits. Remember, it's all about profits, not sales. Doesn't matter what you sell at the top line; it's how much you get to take home. All right. Um, Knowing how to maximize your profits with your products and services is one of the most important skills business owners need to possess and learn. Understanding why your customers are driven to certain products help business owners identify what I call gateway products, so the ones that bring them in, add-on products, and complementary products. Okay, those are potential upsells, the add-ons and the complementary. In order to determine proper pricing and product mix, it is vital that the business owner have an accurate and complete cost data for all their products. You can easily design a profitable sales process once these elements are identified. So, how do you know what you're making money on? I had an instance where somebody called me in and said our sales increased dramatically and we showed a loss. Well, yeah, when I got into the details, they had put a sale on for something that they were actually losing money once I did a full ABC, activity-based costing. They were losing money, so they put it on sale so they could sell more of a losing product and sell less of a product that was making money. There's a perfect example of not really understanding your costs. So where do you start? Well, first, you sell a lot of products and services. Let's use the 80-20 rule and find out your top, 20% of your products that are bringing 80% of your sales. If you're selling a lot, list your top 10 most profitable products. Okay. Now, for each of the product, you should do the following. For each of those 10, you're going to list their features, advantages, and benefits for your top selling products or services. Now, remember what features are. Um, let's take this pen. All right. A feature is it clicks, goes out. It, is a pen. It writes. All right. Why the advantage over this one over somebody else? Well, um, I like the way it writes. It's got a nice smooth write. My customers, when I hand it out, is they like it. Why did I pick this pen? Well, the benefit to me is it's an advertising tool. It has my name on the side. Yeah, it's pretty basic and simplistic, but there's a difference between features, the advantages to the customer and to me. One of the advantages to the customer is they really steal these, which we want them to. So I guess they take them as more accurate because they're good. They write nice. Everybody likes them. All right. And the benefit for me is it's got the advertising on it. But really, we want the benefit for them. So I kind of did that a little backwards. But you need to do that for every product you have because people don't buy for features; they buy for benefits. Okay. I got an ankle that's bothering me. Uh, so when I went to the a client of mine, BK, Dora helped me out and said, here's this one. It's easier to get on. You also need probably the compression stockings to help you. The benefit is it's going to make it less painful so that you can walk during the whole day. Yeah, it helped. Trust me. See, I didn't go there to buy compression stocks and an ankle brace. I went there because my darn ankle was hurting so much I couldn't function. Okay. So that's what you've got to remember. For every one of your top most profitable products, what is the benefit it's bringing to the customer? That's key. Then you want to say, all right, for these products, what add-ons and complementary products go with it? So using my example I just used, the compression stocks, Those are suck. If you've ever had them, they're a pain to get on because they're tight. They need to be tight. So they have a tool that lets you put it on easily. I don't even know what it's called, honestly, but it was an add-on. I didn't go in there to buy that. I went in, and I actually didn't go in there to buy the stocking or the brace. I went in there because it hurt. What do you think you got that can help? All right, and you do the same thing for product two, product, and what's the add-on and complementary products. All right, and they then once I tried it, they sold me like, well, you should wear them all the time. Do you need more than two pair? Yeah, I probably do. So, give me more. You need to look at your products and services, and you're looking at what can you add on. Take mine, for example. All right, we come in and do a tax return. We upsell the tax planning. It's a complementary product. We cross sell to something that's not a complementary product, which is coaching or maybe QuickBooks training. Okay, they're not really the same. Okay, but remember what the goal is here. Yeah, we want to increase our sales and we want to increase profits, but that happens when we help the client solve their needs, when we provide a benefit to the customer, the client, the patient, whatever you call your person that gives you money. All right. So now let's look at let's identify. You're going to do that for each one of your top products, and you're going to actually train yourself and the salespeople that when they come in and they buy this, we should think about selling them this. Who's the master of this? McDonald's kind of created this. Do you want fries with that? Well, why? Because it worked. You want fries and a drink with that? And then you got a value meal and all that garbage. Because they don't really make money based on their advertising and overhead and everything else unless you buy an add-on. If you just go in and buy the hamburger, they're losing money. All right, but that almost never happens, right? But they've trained their staff to make sure that they ask you, do you want fries with that? Do you want something else with that? Do you want this? You need to train yourself and your staff to do the same. When they come in for one thing, you need to talk about, all right, do you want this? In upselling, had the discussion this morning. If you have, let's go back to BK, they have a lift chair. Well, somebody's selling it for a very cheap price. Not a very good product, but you basically have that product to match them. And now you upsell them by saying, yeah, you never really talk it down. It's a good product, but this is what it doesn't do that you might like. Like this one is, first of all, we service it, we deliver it. I don't know enough about it, but I mean, it's a better product because, maybe you're too tall. This one really doesn't work for you. Maybe it's too small. It doesn't invert. I'm not a salesperson for them. They're good clients and I think their stuff is excellent. They serve a need. So, but that's upselling. So like you got a good, better, best. I actually think sometimes you want 5 layers. All right. So you start off with the basic, and then here's why this one's better. Here's why this one's better. And here's why this one's better. And you want one that's kind of like the Cadillac, or what's the equivalent of Cadillac now? A Jaguar or something like that. Because there's always going to be a small percentage of your clientele that wants the very best. It's a status thing, and they want it. And if it's better, it's a little bit better, or maybe a lot better than the one below it. Why not offer it? They're willing to buy it. All right. Now let's go back to the entry products. Okay. Bring in what are the entry products that bring in 80% of your new customers? All right. So again, what we're talking about here is the entry products are the ones that for us, they're coming in to do a tax return. They're coming in because their books are a mess. And really, you know what? They're coming in for two reasons. They're paying too much taxes or they don't feel like the 2 and 3 are kind of I combine them. They're not making enough money for the amount of work they're doing. Okay, their profits aren't there, and they're working their butts off. So that's one of the two reasons they come in. So we know that, so we figure out a way to market that. That's how come we show them our tax planning system. We don't just do it. We have a system, and it's part of what we do. It's we do 3 things. We do tax returns, tax planning, and business and profit coaching. All right. So we show them, and then showing them that we actually are different than other CPAs because look, we do profit coaching. We have our programs that we have up. We have these videos we do most Thursdays. I'm gonna miss a couple weeks in June because I'm finally taking a vacation for 2 weeks. I don't think I've ever done that. That makes me a little nervous, but we'll just do it. And then, we had the book that I just showed you. All right. So, and we have a YouTube channel that has all these videos. And we got a blog where we've been blogging since 2010, I think. I can't even remember now. It's been a while. There's a ton of blog articles there. So it's not just we do this. I have proof that we do this. So how can you do that for your entry points? What are the things that bring them that new customers first come to you for? And how can you make that how can you leverage these to increase sales into new sales? So how can you first make sure they pick you because you're the logical choice? And we'll get into that later. What the main question every business needs to answer is why, out of all the choices that the customer has, including doing nothing or doing it themselves, should they choose you? You need to be able to answer that. All right. Uh, Mine is simple. We're going to help you save taxes. We're going to help you make more money. Okay. That's pretty basic. It took me a long time to get it down to that short of a time period, so I could say it that quickly. So how to now that like I said, for each product, make sure that you know your costs. Make sure you know which ones are the most profitable. How can you upsell and cross sell from that? And another thing I've mentioned very much is what are your entry products, the ones that get people to call you, and how can you upsell and cross sell from there? All right. Next week, we're going to talk about how to position your products. I forgot what next week was. So until then, have a great weekend. It's starting to be summer. We just had Memorial Day. Uh, some cookouts. Enjoy yourself. Have a great weekend. God bless, and see you at church. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.